Hello students, welcome back after a long summer vacation. So here we will be starting with the syllabus of half yearly, and the first chapter that we will be covering will be square and square roots. And before starting the chapter, I hope all of you had a great time and all of you are safe and sound. Okay, now let's start with the chapter. So first of all, let's understand what are actually squares. Square means when a number is multiplied by itself, then whatever is the result, that is known as the square. Like 2 into 2 results into 4. 6 multiplied by itself, 36 is the answer. 10 multiplied by itself, 100 is the answer. That means whenever we are talking about the square of a number, so we write a number and we put 2 on the above part of it. And the meaning of this is that 4 is multiplied by itself. Some of you get confused that when you see 2, you write 4 multiplied by 2, which is absolutely wrong. 4 square means 4 will be multiplied by itself, and 4 into 4, the result will be 16. I hope you are clear with the concept of squares. Now, what are perfect squares? Whenever we do the square of an integer, now integer means every number, let it be a negative number, positive number, any number. Even it can be a fraction number also. But fraction squares will not come in perfect squares. Perfect squares are only those squares which are the square of an integer. Like I can have the square of minus 3 also, or I can have the square of a positive number also. And how it will be done? Minus 3 whole square means minus 3 multiplied by minus 3, which results into 9. And 5 square means 5 multiplied by 5, which results into 25. So here this 2 which we are writing on the top actually means square. Now, the new thing that we are going to study this time is square roots. And what are square roots? Exactly opposite of squares. Like if I say that 25 is the square of which number? So that means we are going in the reverse order. We are finding out that 25 was actually the square of which number? This is the concept of square roots. Symbol is this sign. So like if suppose I give the question that what is the under root of 25, so it will be written like this: square root of 25, or you can also call it under root of 25. And what is the meaning of this statement? That 25 is the square of which number? So the answer is 5. If a question comes, what is the square root of 36? That means 36 is square of which number? So the answer is 6. Now it can be under root of 121. The answer will be 11. I hope you have understood what is the meaning of this symbol square root. And yes, also remember one thing, once we have solved the question, don't put this symbol again in the answer. The answer will be simple without any symbol. I hope this much is clear to you. Now when we are finding the square root of a number, we are having two methods. One is prime factorization and the other one is division method. First of all, we are going to discuss with this prime factorization in detail. A very easy technique. You will also find it very easy to solve. Prime factorization. I hope the name is clear to you. Like if suppose the question came 784 square root you have to calculate. Okay, so how the question will be written? Find square root of 784, or they can also give you like this. Directly they will write the number in the under root sign and they will ask you that what is the answer of this. So how you can solve it by prime factorization technique? Write down 784 like this and start doing its prime factorization. I hope you remember, prime factorization means only the prime numbers have to be taken. So 784 being an even number, I started it with 2. 392 again by 2, 196 again by 2, 98 again by 2, 49, 7, then again by 7 and 1. Once you have got all the numbers ready over here, write them under this sign. I have written all the numbers. There were 4 2s, I have written all, and there were 2 7s, I have written them. Now what do you need to do? Same numbers need to be put into a group. Like these 2s are there, put them in one group. These 2s are there, put them in one group. And group need to be obviously of 2 numbers, don't forget that. These 2 7s are there, they will be put into one group. And from every group, or you can call it a pair, take out only one number out, and that will be your answer. From this group I have taken out 1 2. From this group I have taken out one number. From this pair I have taken out one number. So from all the 3 pairs I have taken out one number. Again I am repeating, pair need to be of the same number, and from every pair you need to extract one number out. Once you have extracted one number out, please don't put this sign. Its purpose is done. So 2 into 2, 4, and 4 into 7, 28. So 28 is your answer. And now finally what I am showing you, that under root of 784 is 28. Or reverse way if you want to call it, 28 square is 784. And if you want to check, you can obviously multiply and check your calculation always. When you will multiply 28 and 28, it will obviously come to 784. This is a method of cross-checking your answer whether you have performed the calculation correct or not. Now let's take one more example. Suppose if the question is find the square root of 324. Either they will give you the question in this format, or they will directly write down this square root symbol and they will write 324. So write 324 and start doing its prime factorization. So by 2, 162 came, again by 2, 81, then by 3, 27, by 3, 9, by 3, 3, 3 again, 1. Once the prime factorization is done, again take out all these numbers and put them under this sign. So there were 2 2s written and there were 4 3s written. Make their pairs. This is first pair, this is second pair, this is the third pair. From every pair take out one number. One from here, one from here, one from here. And then 2 into 3 into 3. Obviously 18. And again, if you want to check your answer, so 18 multiplied by 18 should definitely come to 324, and you can cross check your answer. Now let's solve some of the questions which are based on this technique where you have to calculate the square root. All these questions I have taken from the exercise of the book itself. So the first question is find the square root of 169 upon 484. No need to get confused that ma'am has not told about a fractional number. The technique is going to remain same. Write that number whatever is given, 169 upon 484, in this square root sign. Now if you remember the squares, it's very easy for you. 169 square root is 13 and 484 square root is 22. Numerator part we have solved, denominator part we have solved. Write them again in the fractional form and this is your answer. And please students, please learn the squares. It will lessen out your efforts. Otherwise you have to calculate for each and every number and sometimes you might get stuck. So at least squares till 25 you should learn. Many of the calculations will become very easy for you. Next question is find square root of 13.69. Now this is a decimal number whose square root you have to calculate. Technique is going to remain same. The number will be written in an under root sign. Now those who are not comfortable with the decimals, I always recommend you to please solve them using fractions. So what we have done, 1369, I removed the decimal, so 100 came in the denominator. I have changed the decimal number into a fractional form. This symbol will be as it is because you have to calculate the square root. You have not yet solved it, so the symbol is going to remain intact. Now 1369 is the square root of 37 and 100 square root is 10. So numerator part answer in the numerator part, denominator part answer in the denominator part, and then 37 upon 10, the answer is 3.7. Next question is find the value of 3.5 square. Here they are asking about the square, not about the square root. That means 3.5 has to be multiplied by 3.5. Those who are comfortable with decimal multiplication, please go ahead. Otherwise, those who are weak in this process, please convert your numbers into fraction. This will become 35 upon 10. This also 35 upon 10. 35 into 35, 12225. And 10 into 10, 100. And later on, remove this 100 and 12.25 will be your answer. Again, I am repeating. If you haven't learned the squares, then whenever you have to calculate the square root, you need to go by that long procedure. Like here it was 484. So 484 prime factorization technique I am going to use. Divided by 2, it will be 242. Again by 2, 121. Then by 11, 11. Again by 11, gone. Write the numbers, form their pairs, one number from each pair, and this is your answer. So if you want to avoid this calculation for at least the numbers till 25, you can learn. Otherwise, perform this calculation and it will be very easy for you to calculate the square root. Now this was your prime factorization method. It's very easy. Try to solve the questions. You will not find any difficulty. Now the next method, which is absolutely a new method for you, this we are going to learn in detail. Division method says that you will be doing something in a division process and you will be calculating the square root. Now let me tell you that why should I study this procedure when I know already prime factorization technique. Suppose if the number is very big, like if the number was 1, 0, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's a very long number. Now if somebody asks you that what is the square root of this, so you can't do that prime factorization for such a big number because it will take a lot of time for you to calculate it. So a better and a convenient process we are having, which is known as your division method. Become perfect in this and you will be having two techniques now for calculating the square root, and whichever you like you can use. So let's proceed with the division method. Suppose the question is calculate the square root of 841. So let's see how the calculation will begin. You have to start from the right hand side and make pairs of two number together. 41 will come in one pair, and 8, since it is alone, you can add a 0 before it, and this is the other pair. So the first step is making the pair, and pair from where? The right hand side. So I started from right hand side. 41 was in one pair and 8 along with the 0 is in the other pair. Now what is the square of a number which is nearest to 8? Listen to it once again. What is the square of a number which is nearest to 8? 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9. 1 I cannot select because it is 2 shorter than 8. 2 square is 4, okay, we can consider, but 3 square is going bigger than this. So whatever I am going to select, 2 square. This is my selected number. Write 2 here and 2 you will write on the top. 2 square was 4. Write its square under it. And now do the normal division like we do. 8 minus 4 is 4. Now what is the step in the normal division? That we bring the next number down. Here the process is that the number 4 will not come alone. It will come along with its pair. That means 41 will come together. And I have written them here. Again convert this simple dash sign into a square. Okay. Now our target is 441. But here what will come? Double of this number which is here. What is double of 2? 4. Remember, what we have to do? Double of the number written on the top. 4 came here. Now you have to select a number after 4 such that when it is multiplied by itself, it should come nearest to this. What I am saying, listen again. After 4, I have to attach a number such that when it is multiplied by that same number, it should come nearest to this. If I am attaching after 4 only 1, so I have to multiply by 1. 41 into 1, 41, which is very, very shorter than 441. Let's try with 42. So if you are attaching 2 after 4, so you need to multiply also by 2, which will come 84. Still there is a lot of gap. Let's go for a bigger number. Let's try out 9. After 4 I am attaching 9 and I am multiplying also by 9. 9 into 9, 81, 8 carry, 4 into 9, 36 plus 8, 44. And it is coming exactly what we wanted. So what we need to do? This 9 gave us the answer. Write 9 here also and on the top also. 49 multiplied by 9 gave me 441. Subtracted, it's finished, and the number which you are getting on the top is your answer. So square root of 841 is 29. Let's solve one more question so that you can become familiar with the concept. One more question written over here, 2304, and you have to calculate the square root of this. First pair, second pair, and see from where I started making the pairs, from the right hand side. So 04 is one pair, 23 is one pair. Let's start the calculation. Which number's square is nearest to 23? 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, and 5 square is 25. Obviously I cannot take 5 because it is coming 25, which is bigger than this. So let me select 4. 4 here, 4 on the top. 4 into 4, 16. Subtract it. It will give you 7. Now, as usual, with the normal division, we bring only a single number down, but here the pair will come along. Make again this under root symbol over here. Do double of the number on the top. 4 double 8. Now select a number which will be written after 8, and so that when it is multiplied by itself, it should come nearest to 704. Let's try by 1. It's pointless to solve because it is coming 81, which is very short than this. Let's try with 84 multiply by 4. After 8 I am attaching 4, so I have to multiply also by that. 4 into 4, 16, 1, 4, 8, 32, 33, 36. Still a lot of gap. Let's go ahead. Let's try 8. 8 multiply by 8. 8 into 8, 64, 6 carry, 8 at 64 plus 6, 704. This is what we wanted. So attach 8 here, 8 on the top, and 88 into 8. Only that selected number you need to multiply, okay? So 704 subtracted nil, and number on the top is my answer. Please don't get confused. This is not your answer. The number which you are getting on the top is your answer. So 2304 square root is 48. So this is the advantage of this division method. With a very short calculation you can get the answer. You don't have to do the prime factorization and go along and then make the pairs and do the selection. This is the easier option. Okay students, let's take one more example so that you can become very clear with the concept of division method. So here you have to calculate the square root of 2209. So write 2209, put under root sign. First pair, second pair. Nearest to 22, whose square is there? Obviously 4. So 4 here and 4 here. 4 into 4, 16. 22 minus 16, 6. Bring the next pair down, not the number, but the pair will come down. So now this is 609. Double of 4 is 8. Now after 8, you have to attach a number so that when multiplied by itself, it will be nearest to 609. So 82 into 2 will give you 164, a lot away from our target. Let's try a bigger number. 84 into 4, 4, 4, 16, 1, 336. Still a lot of gap is there. Let's try out a bigger number. 8 and attach 7 after it. 7, 7, 49, 4 carry, 7, 8, 56 plus 4, 609. This is what we wanted. So that means I have to attach 7 here, 7 on the top. Gives me 609 and it's finished. So my answer is 47. I hope students now you can perform at least in the square root questions, and rest of the questions I am going to take in the next class. Practice a lot of questions so that you can become very clear with the concept. Thank you.